Hello there, I'm Alchemist,
And I'm Dredgewolf.
and welcome to our reaction video series on My Hero Academia. This is episode 4 of season 4,
Fighting Fate.
Fighting Fate. That's right. Alright, so we want to get things going?
Yep, let's get it rolling.
All
We're
right.
going to be following along with the episode, giving our thoughts and opinions on the matter.
So we begin with the Funimation bit. Here we are.
All right, and we start off with Deku and Mirio Togeda getting fawned over by a couple of cat girls and bunny girls.
Oh my gosh. They're everywhere.
I mean, that's not a problem for me.
Well, you know, when that whole, gay marriage thing, people are like, well, can a person marry a cat? Look, that fear looks like
Yeah.
it came true.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so Deku's still freaking out about Night Eye revealing that he was like the number 2 or number 3 choice for All For One's power.
At best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Night Eye doesn't want him.
Yeah.
He's not even appears to be a lesser choice.
Yeah. And Mirio and Deku are now giving out their hero names.
See, look at his shirt. I originally thought, what is his shirt? But Mirio is Le Million.
Yeah, he's got a 1 million right on the front of his shirt.
That's right.
Will we start taking off numbers as he starts saving more people?
Yeah, is it like an app and it just increments up?
Yeah. Oh. Little girl just bumped into Deku.
Yeah, he just knocked a little girl down on the ground, bully. And she's got a single horn sticking out of the side of her head.
And here walks in the big bad.
Guess who shows up? Mr. Plague Mask himself, the life of the party.
Mm-hmm.
They say be careful not to arouse any suspicion.
And Deku's freaking out.
Deku's freaking looks like he's dropping a load in his own pants. He's just wigging.
And here we got the intro.
JPOP intro. Woo!
This intro is... it's okay.
It's pretty generic.
Yeah. The song's nice.
It's alright, yeah. But again, it's kind of generic.
Yeah.
I have the soundtrack to Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex.
Oh yeah, that was an excellent soundtrack.
That was an excellent soundtrack, truly. There's a lot more characters they have yet to reveal, too, based on this intro.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy smokes.
Yeah, My Hero has a ton of characters. Although it doesn't struggle all too much with keeping them in check. Like, it knows what characters to focus on when, generally speaking.
Sure. Although there is some random stuff in this one. We'll get to that. Oh, the little girl he knocked down is falling out of an airplane.
Yeah.
So I guess she survives past this episode.
You'd hope.
But she might not survive after that one.
Jeez. Alright, back to the episode proper. Apparently, this is Overhaul's daughter.
And his clothing, I mean, he's wearing like skinny jeans, a cheap-looking sweatshirt, and a purple ruff with a plague mask. Man, this dude needs some sartorial emergency help.
Yeah. That's pretty ridiculous outfit. And we got Mirio stepping in, trying to take control of the situation.
And he's doing a nice job.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mirio is trying to look nonchalant and relaxed and not paying too much interest in...
In the freak standing in front of him.
Interest in the freak standing in front of him. And my God. Oh, he's wearing a tie, too.
Yeah, he's got a tie
Oh my
on.
gosh, he's got a tie and like a sweatshirt. Doesn't even look like a cardigan. This guy is a fashion, and that's why he's a criminal.
Oh my god.
He's a fashion criminal.
Aw. Eri just begged Deku for help, and that's just... I mean, it's really sad and really cute. She's just so adorable.
She's a tiny little gray mummy.
Well, you say that as if it isn't cute.
Yes. And now, Deku's asking some slightly more probing questions.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting how his conception of how he should handle this situation varied from Mirio's.
Yeah.
Right? Because Mirio's trying to be all nonchalant. Hey, dude, we're cool. And Deku is actually thinking this is how a superhero would act. They would ask these questions. And they would probe.
Yeah, I'm kind of more in line with what Deku would do. I kind of agree with Deku's approach here. You know.
Probably. Well, that's an outright accusation.
Yeah. And Overhaul's looking pretty pissed.
And now Overhaul's asking them inside to give them a little more info.
Yeah, luring them down a dark alley.
Yeah, a bit like a spider asking the fly into his lair.
Yeah.
And he claims Eri is his daughter.
Yeah. It's interesting. We can't see Mirio's expression through his glasses in these scenes.
No, but he's shining them on.
And now Eri
Overall
runs
has
off
the tiniest iris. His eyeballs, they're teeny tiny. Look how teeny tiny they are. His eyes almost all white. Teeny tiny eyeball.
Okay. That's...
Well, Deku's kind of the same way in his outfit, in his little hood thing.
Yeah. His little bunny-eared outfit.
Yes.
Yeah. Eri just ran off with Overhaul, leaving Deku and Mirio behind.
Mirio made the intelligent observation that the little girl basically went back to Overhaul to soothe the situation.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Mirio is talking about capturing him when he's 5 feet away.
Yes, yeah, you noticed that was hilarious. Let's whisper about this so they can't hear us.
Yeah, this is a consistent problem in anime. They'll discuss their plan when the villain really hasn't had enough time to get far enough away to not hear them. Ooh, this guy's about to be a splatter on the wall. Bam! Oh.
Apparently, Overhaul has the ability to just totally splatter a human body just with just a touch.
Yeah.
Just an open hand strike.
And apparently he breaks out into hives. Some sort of hives whenever he uses his ability. Okay. Now we're back out on a rainy street corner with Mirio, Deku, Bubble Girl, and Night Eye discussing the events at hand.
Yeah, and Night Eye points out that he should have used foresight on them prior to leaving, which brings up the question of the ability to change the future based on Night Eye's quirk.
Yeah. And now we're learning about a previous encounter that Overhaul had with a group of villains. How there was a car crash, but no one was actually injured, and any previous injuries the villains had disappeared.
Yes, they were in pain and unconscious, but they also were healed.
Yeah. I imagine that rain isn't very great for keeping her boobs in her crop top.
No.
One good bounce and she's just out there.
Yeah.
And now they're revealing to Night Eye that Overhaul has a daughter. Daughter that doesn't really look anything like him.
No, I don't think she's his daughter.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And now Night Eye is lecturing Deku on patience and strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And humility.
Yeah.
You need to be aware of what all you can and can't do.
Yeah. That's pretty much the line of the show, really.
Yeah.
Good intentions aren't enough to save the world. That's a lesson a lot of people, particularly in this day and age, need to take to heart.
That's right. That an overactive conscience without wisdom can produce truly horrible results.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're back with Overhaul.
Mm-hmm. Back in his lair. And we see a really creepy, ominous-looking chair that he's leading Eri to.
And she's somehow key to his plan.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Is there-
Shigaraki's calling Overhaul back.
Is there an arm attached to that hand?
No. You're talking about the one on his face, right?
Yeah.
No.
That's why I've had a hard time making sense of that character, because it's just a disembodied hand stuck to his face.
Yeah.
Freak show.
Yeah. And we're back in UA with classmate with Pink Slime Girl, Alien Queen, and Shocker Boy talking about Bakugo.
And you thought your classmates had strange nicknames in school.
Yeah.
And
Bakugo's just really pissed off about how he's falling behind.
And it's got the usual anime over-the-top voice acting.
Yeah.
Just freaking out.
Oh, you had something to say about that character just now, if I remember right when we watched this first time.
Oh, that's right. The cement dude?
Yeah, cement.
Oh, yes.
Cement mixer.
Cement Gumby.
I don't know what the hell Gumby is.
Cement Gumby is he was just a walk-on freak that was walking down the aisle and popped Deku on the head with a stack of books or something, and a stack of papers. He's just made out. He's like cement, but he looks like Gumby from the Gumby and Pokey show from way back in the day. You know what Gumby is?
No idea.
Gumby and Pokey? No? Alright, well, Dredgewolf will pull up some images so that the rest of you will know who Gumby is when we post this.
And we cut to a forest road with Deku confronting All Might.
And he's being super angsty, Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Deku's just unloading on All Might.
Yeah.
I need to know everything. No, you're not his wife, pal. You don't need to know everything. Just settle on down. But then All Might relents and keys him in.
Yep. Alright, we're finally getting All Might and Night Eye's backstory.
Yep. So they worked together for about 5 years, and then a rift in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, apparently, his injury and the path they were going to take after that is sort of what defined their argument. Their basically their partnership ending argument. What injury did he receive? I'm not familiar with this.
This was dealt with in pretty much episode 1 and 2 of season 1. Basically, he had a rival called All For One, and during the battle with All For One, he was gravely injured. He lost a fair amount of his internal organs. All For One even states how he still has nightmares of All Might charging him with his guts splayed around him and just decking him into the ground.
Oh my goodness.
That's an odd way of... Night Eye just said that he reveres the function of the symbol of peace, which I think is an odd way of phrasing that.
Well, what's interesting, the interesting part is that they treat the quirk as a third entity, almost like it's the intellectual property of some sort of company.
Yeah.
Right? It's the property, it's the franchise, and these people are just happen to be managing it at this time.
Well, that's actually a pretty spot on analogy, because one of the major themes of All Might's quirk is that it can be passed down from one person to another, each one cultivating it and making it stronger. Anyway,
here we are. They're having the big blowout.
Yeah. Wow. Unspeakably gruesome death, huh?
He's gone through some pretty rough stuff, apparently, if he's waddled around in his own innards. So yes, Night Eye has just revealed what he saw through his foresight.
Yeah.
That All Might is going to, if he continues on his path of refusing to retire, he is going to get plowed by, basically he's going to get killed by a villain that renders him into a horrible, what was it? An unspeakably gruesome death, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Deku's has to confront All Might's mortality.
You know, it's not always the case, depends on how people take it, but it seems often the people who take the news of a loved one's, terminal condition,
yeah,
they often take it a lot harder than the loved one, than the person who's dying themselves.
Yeah, well, with the person themselves, it's like, well, what the heck are you gonna do? You just kind of gotta do what you can, right?
Right.
But the loved one's faced with the prospect of having to keep going on.
Right. So it's an interesting idea. What's easier, to face a future without a loved one, or to face no future at all?
Yeah. Oh.
Depending on your
religious beliefs.
Yeah, existential leanings.
Yeah. And apparently, foresight has never been wrong, according to All Might.
That was a discussion we were having about whether or not foresight's ability could lead to changing the future.
Yeah. And now Deku is trying to give All Might an inspirational speech to keep fighting on.
Yep.
Talking about how he's just not ready to step in All Might's shoes. How much he needs him. As a longtime fan, there are a lot of big emotional scenes in this episode for me personally. This being one of them.
And now we're hearing All Might go through his thought processes as he's dealt with his
various challenges.
His challenges in his own mortality.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. It kind of flashes back and forth between All Might as his normal human self and then looking like All Might.
Yeah.
In each case, Night Eye's predictions have come true.
And that's why All Might doesn't want to speak to him, because he's like, what the heck can I say?
Yeah.
Bit of a nitpick, but I didn't like the way they animated the trees in this scene here. The textures look off to me.
Epic fist bump.
Between All Might and Deku.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, Deku is technically Deku's hero name. Midoriya is his proper name. But I'm just so used to calling him Deku, it's just...
Well, okay.
Deku had the idea of, let's just talk to Night Eye and see if the future's already been changed. Why wait and try and see? Alright, now we're to the outro. Which I have to say is a bit better than the intro, I think.
The song or the animation or both?
Both. We never really talked about it. We just kind of tend to end our conversations here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's going over. It appears to be going over Aerie's past. It's showing her with her family. Obviously missing Overhaul so far.
Yeah, I didn't see Overhaul in that little picture she was drawing when she was laying on the ground.
Or when she was at the table with her family.
Yeah. So, something tells me she was kidnapped. Probably because she has a unique quirk that allows him to accomplish some task.
Yeah.
But apparently it also involves her being injured a lot. But anime artists love bandages.
Yeah.
They can stream them out, give them motion. They just love bandages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're an easy way of indicating injury.
Yeah.
Non-specific injury.
Right. Okay, well that's it.
It ends with her running towards the light with Mirio and Deku there. Oh, an end credits scene.
Oh, and then, here you go. We didn't see this before.
Yeah. We've got Hansy McGrabby talking to Overhaul.
Yeah. Facepalm.
Yeah.
Looking through one pair of squinting through one pair of fingers.
Tomura. Yeah, that was his name. Tomura Shigaraki. I can't believe I forgot what it is. I can't believe I spaced on his name there.
That's hideous.
Yeah.
Huh. They're giving us a flashback of what's to come, but we'd watched the episode, but we'd stopped at the end credits and hadn't watched the, all the way through, and there was that little vignette there between the two villains.
Yep.
Well, anyway,
right.
What do you think? Your opinion?
I've been enjoying it so far. I mean, as I've kind of mentioned before, I've read the manga, so I know what happens. So it's fun for me to just kind of see it being animated.
Are they sticking pretty close to the manga?
Yeah, they tend to do that pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, the story seems to be moving along. There's finally... at least they're getting outside.
Getting out of the classroom.
Yeah. And they're developing some tension between the villains, Chesuke, rather Chesuke.
Chisakai.
Chisaki.
Chisaki.
I'm
Chisaki, it's Chisaki.
Yeah, Chisaki. I'm terrible with Japanese names.
Just call him Overhaul.
Okay, Overhaul. And why everyone has to have 2 freaking names when there's already like 80 characters just doesn't make it any better.
Well, I mean, you need to have your hero name and your villain name.
I guess so.
Alongside your regular name.
And then your nickname, and then the short version of it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I hope everyone enjoyed this.
Yep. We hope you all had fun. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And we hope you have an awesome day.
Adios.